I don't know if I would say it's a perverse wish to see you broken down to that level. Where you won't criticize someone for stealing from charity to buy drugs. I think the problem is that some people want everybody to be a victim. And the problem is that when everybody is a victim, you run into that mentality of that you can't blame the victim. And so people try to hide behind that as a shield. They want to be a victim of something, so that way they can use that kind of as their like excuse, almost like it's like a Swiss Army knife of excuses. Like no matter what you want to do, no matter just you can justify it in your head by saying, "Well, I'm a victim. The world owes me," kind of deal. And it seems that a lot of people go to use that mentality. Like people almost seem to wear it as a badge. Like if they had a crappy childhood or something like that, or they came from a third world country and things like that, and they had hardships growing up, and it seems that they'll like tout that over and over and over and over again, and it's almost like they're living a life probably as good as almost anybody, but they expect to be applauded for it because they're such a victim and they're so hard done by, and I don't know, it just seems like people just take that to the craziest degree. Like we're just to the and everything's a victim. Like the Earth is a victim of people, according to them. Like pretty soon, I'm sure they're going to start hearing about like space pollution or something, and then about how like the entire solar system is a victim of us, and just how just everything is going to be a victim. Like all the animals are dying because of global warming, which is because of us, and so therefore it's all our fault, but yet at the same time we're the victims, and so it's not our fault because you can't blame the victim, but it's them up in Congress, that they're the ones that like, they're the ones that made us victims is kind of what they're saying. It's like the people in power made us victims, and they're not victims for some reason. That always seems like I've never heard of a like people talking about how like for example like the US government. I've never heard the US government be said it was victimized. Like I'm sure other countries have been unkind to the US and have ripped it off in some way or another, like, but I've never heard it like framed in that framework where you could say that like the US government was the victim of someone else's you know either stupidity or evildoer. Like I don't know, like, but you never hear that. It's kind of really strange. Like you always hear about everything else is a victim. Like people are the victim of the U.S. It seems like they maybe they don't say that exactly out loud, but you know I don't know. I guess I'm just rambling at this point here, but you do make some good points in your video, I must admit. Very good.